And welcome back to Who Would Win. And this one comes to us from Nick Hammond. What's the question? And one that when I look through there, I'm like, no one else asked this question. I'm surprised because I've had both of them requested individually several times. Excuse me, 1 second. Oh, I had to clean the carpet a little bit because you made a mess on the carpet, and that's fine. The cleaner I use for it, though, whoop, it's strong. And the question is, who will win a fight, Galactus or Darksied? Now, Galactus. Galactus or Darksied. Now, the thing is, I'm surprised no one else. I've had these individuals both. I've had both these individuals said individually suggested. But the thing is, this fight has happened before in the comics. Wait, what? Yeah. I get why someone is asking this question, but that their logic is dumb. But still, this has happened before. They've done plenty of crossovers with Marvel and DC. Galactus came to devour Apocalypse at one point, and Darkseid actually, fired his Omega Beam straight at Galactus and freaking just tanked it. Darkseid is an individual who, no matter what you see, what version of Darkseid you see, theoretically speaking, with the exception of the multiverse stuff they introduced, with like the World Forger and all that, it's always been the same Darkseid throughout the entire history of things. Galactus just tanked the Omega, and then he basically the way Darkseid basically got Galactus to leave him alone was, what happened was what happened because I got the panels up here right now. It's I have been expecting or I have seen unexpected weakness in Starga, blah blah blah. So shall the Omega effect, and then he just blasts Galactus, and Galactus just, your power is great, Master of Apocalypse, but if this is if in this you think you see weakness in Galactus, your power, but if this, what did he say? You see no weakness but your own. As he just blasts Darkseid, and it's just like, well, that happened. Now, that being said, someone raised up a very good point, is that the Darkseid you see is not the real Darkseid. The real Darkseid is it being so powerful that if his real form ever entered a universe, it would destroy the universe. It would so large it would actually destroy the universe, because he's a god. He's the living embodiment of tyranny. He's the god of tyranny. Unfortunately, if it's the actual Avatar, and I'm reading this actually right off a forum right now, and they're making a valid point, is that if it's the Avatar, if it's the Avatar Darkseid, we just don't know how that compares to Galactus, because Galactus is a multiversal level being too. That's the issue here. But one of the big things is, if you took these guys at their peaks, basically true form Darkseid versus Galactus at his most powerful, Galactus has the bigger disadvantage in the sense that he will run out of energy a lot faster than Darkseid has no real limit to his energy. Now, would like the Omega Sanction work on Galactus? That's a loaded question, because again, in theory, he's a being that is in fact beyond Darkseid. But Darkseid, we see, is not a being, or is a being that in theory would be, because he exists beyond time is the thing. Galactus, the Galactus you see is the Galactus you get. He doesn't exist beyond anything. That is his real form. Well, I'm to a degree. He takes on a form that our minds can process. That's kind of like the being he is. But the Galactus you get is the Galactus you get. That there's no extension of him or anything like that. That is Galactus. That's not the case with Darkseid. So if these two actually did legitimately fight, like actually tried to beat the other instead of Darkseid. Galactus comes to eat Dark Apocalypse, and Darkseid persuades him otherwise. If that were the case and they fought, I would have to lean. I mean, we'll have the fight go. Oh, I've come to eat your world again. Well, I thought there was no life, only death. Oh, I'm looking for something spicy today. So then Darkseid's a Mega Beam again doesn't work on him. So basically he'd have to draw. Here's the thing: an Avatar of Darkseid, as we've seen, cannot beat Galactus. We've actually seen that he cannot beat Galactus. So he'd have to draw him into his domain, like his legitimate domain. But ultimately, if he goes up against the Avatar, does he, as Galactus at full power, going up against the true form of Darkseid at full power, have enough power to beat him? I will say no. I'm actually going to say no. The reason I say no is this. Galactus can just exist in a universe. Darkseid's actual true being will destroy a universe. Galactus does not. Galactus feeds on plants all the time, but he does not. Galactus could have techniques that would destroy the true form of Darkseid, but we just don't know because there's a lot of stuff where there's a lot of stuff we just don't know of how powerful it is. I think at one point Superman beat Darkseid by singing. I'm not joking. By singing? Or just like screaming really loud and like messed him up? I can't remember exactly what that was, but yeah. Anyway, I'm going to go with Darkseid on this, and only because the whole his real form Avatar stuff is a real gray area. But yeah, it's a tough one. I'm gonna go with Darkseid on this, but I think it's a pretty close match. I think Galactus is good. Definitely, we know he can beat an Avatar Darkseid. Can he beat the real Darkseid? That's the ultimate question. I will say he could, but I think the majority of the time Darkseid will win. So I'm gonna go 60-40 in this fight. Let me know what you think, though, in the comments below. Do you think it's Darkseid, or do you think it's Galactus? And I mean real Dark, like the true form of Darkseid. Because, again, we've seen in the comic that Galactus can beat an Avatar of Darkseid. That's without question. So let me know in the comments below. But thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. As always, if you want us to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. We'll do a review of it at some point. And trying to remember what else we got. Oh, yeah. Ideas for videos, magic, superhero, Star Wars, who would win, what ifs, anything I do on the channel, put that in the comments below. So I got a what if to do and a review for Spider-Man Far From Home. I think I might just honestly save that for tomorrow because I've got no videos planned for tomorrow and I'm not seeing another movie tomorrow this week. So we'll see. Anyway.